welcome to my videos and my blog. In this time, I'm going to talk about the NFL 2024 season, week 15 scores. In this video, I'm going to talk about what happened in the NFL this weekend in the week 15 on NFL 2024 season. But before that, I am apologize, sorry, because I am uploading this video too late. But in the this morning it was impossible to record it because I was very busy in the work that it was impossible. So I think that I'm going to make this video a little shorter than the last videos because I don't have a lot of time this time. So let's start with the week where the week started the next Thursday with the Thursday football game in a divisional game where the Los Angeles Rams traveled to Santa Clara and defeated the San Francisco 49ers 12-6. About this game was very bored. I'm not gonna to lie because we didn't have any touchdown. No team scored and no touchdown, and it was a very ugly game. But in the end, the Rams won this game because they made 6 field goals and they won this game. This game was very close, but the big difference was that in the fourth quarter, the Purdy made threw an interception, and this was the game over. And the Rams won the game 12-6. With this victory, the Rams improved to a 8-6 record, and they took the first play in the NFC West. And the San Francisco 49ers fell to a 6-8, and they were eliminated practically because they lost this game. And in the game that started this last Sunday, the Washington Commanders traveled to New Orleans Saints and defeated 2019. Defeated 2019. About this game, the Commanders had the game under control because they were leading in the end of the half time, 17-7. But in the fourth quarter, the Saints play a tremendous game because they scored 12 points and the Commanders only 3. The Commanders had the game under control, but they relaxed its game in the fourth quarter, and for that reason, the Saints put emotion where the Commanders had the opportunity to finish this game, but its kicker missed a field goal in the last with less than 2 minutes to play. The Saints had the last drive of the game. They scored a touchdown, but instead to kick a field goal that to tie the game and force out overtime, they decided to play to a 2 points attempt. They missed it, and for that reason, the Commanders won this game. With this victory, the Commanders improved to a 9-5 record, and the Saints fell to a 5-9 record, and then most probably they're going to be eliminated. In another game, the Kansas City Chiefs, the reigning champion team, traveled to Cleveland and they defeated the Cleveland Browns 21-7. About this game, the Chiefs had an easy game and they didn't have a lot of problem and they won this game easily. This time, the Chiefs defense played again a great game after before this game, the last 2 games. They play a very full game, a performance, but they won this game. Patrick Mahomes played a good game. He scored two touchdowns, but the problem is he got injured and he left the game in the third quarter it looked like when he was injured in the game. A lot of people thought the worst because a lot of people thought that he had broken his ankle, but not. The good news is that he's okay. He's only sprained, I think so, the ankle, and let's see he is gonna to play the next game. So with this victory, the Chiefs improved to a 13-1 record, and the Cleveland Browns are eliminated, and they fell to a 3-11 record. In another game, the Cincinnati Bengals traveled to Tennessee and defeated the Tennessee Titans 37-27. About this game, the Titans played better the first quarter where they were leading 14-7, but since that moment, the Bengals put to work. They made some adjustments, and since that moment, they scored more points than the Titans. And after the first quarter, they dominated the rest of the game, and they won this game easily, 37-27. With this victory, the Bengals improved to a 6-8 record. They are still in the hunt to enter to a playoff, but this looks very difficult because they will need to win the next 3 games and waste some combination to try to qualify. It looks very difficult and impossible, and the Titans are eliminated and they fell to a 3-11 record. In another important game, the Houston Texans defeated the Miami Dolphins 2012. About this game, this was a most victory to the Dolphins, but they couldn't because the Texans play a very great game, especially the defense where they only allow 2 points. The Houston Texans, the offense play a very great game, especially CJ Trout that he played a good game where he threw two touchdowns. Tua Tagovailoa played a very full game because he threw 3 interceptions. And with this victory, the Texans improved to a 9-5 record and they clinched a spot to the playoff. And the Dolphins, they fell to a 6-8 record and they are far away to enter to the playoffs because in this moment it looks very difficult to qualify to the playoffs. They need to win the last 3 games and with some combination to qualify to the playoffs, and it looks very difficult. In another game, the Baltimore Ravens traveled to the Big Apple and defeated the New York Giants 35-14. About this game, the Ravens had an easy game. The Giants are the worst team in the league in this moment, and they won this game easily by 21-point difference. The Ravens, Lamar Jackson played a tremendous game because he threw 5 touchdowns. This was amazing, and he led the victory to the Baltimore Ravens. Now the Ravens improved to a 9-5 record. They are in this moment they are in playoff positions, and the Giants are eliminated. They have a 2-12 record, and they are the worst team in the league. In another game, in a game that the two teams were eliminating before this game, the New York Jets defeated the Jacksonville Jaguars as a away team 32-25. This is something typical that happens when two teams are eliminated. When the two teams are eliminated, most of the time the game is very funny and great because both teams don't have any pressure to win this game. About this game, the game was very funny because the game was very close, and this game was defined in the last minutes of the game, where in the Jets' last drive they scored a touchdown and they won the game 32-25. With this victory, they improved to a 4-10 record, and the Jaguars fell to a 3-11 record, and there is no more to talk about this game because both teams are eliminated. And in another game, the Dallas Cowboys traveled to North Carolina, defeated the Carolina Panthers 30-14. The Cowboys played a tremendous game. I was very surprised, but also I was more surprised how bad the Panthers played this game, because if we compare what happened the 3 games before this game, I thought that the Panthers were going to play a very great game and they're going to win this game, but not. They play a very bad game. The Dallas Cowboys play a tremendous game and they deserve this victory. Even the Cowboys had an easy game and they won it by 16-point difference. With this victory, the Cowboys improved to a 6-8 record. They still have possibilities to enter to the playoffs. It looks very difficult because they will need to win the next three games and with some combination, but they are in the hunt to enter to the playoffs. And with this loss, the Panthers fell to a 3-11 record and they were officially eliminated. In another great game, and I thought that this game was going to be close, but it wasn't. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers traveled to the West Coast and defeated the Los Angeles Chargers 40-17. About this game, I thought that this game was going to be closer, but it wasn't. Well, especially the first quarter was very close, where the Chargers were leading the game 17-13. But in the second half, the Buccaneers played a tremendous game. They took the score the Chargers 27-0, where the Buccaneers didn't allow any points in the second half. They played a tremendous game in both sides of the ball in the second half, and they deserved this victory, and they won it by 23-point difference. The best player of this game was Baker Mayfield, that he scored 4 touchdowns. And with this victory, the Buccaneers improved to a 8-6 record. In this moment, they are leading the NFC South, and they need to win the next 3 games to qualify to the playoffs. And the Chargers fell to a 8-6 record. In this moment, they are in playoffs position, but they need to win the next 3 games to clinch a spot to the playoffs. And in another game, the Denver Broncos defeated the Indianapolis Colts 31-13. About this game was close. Even the Colts play better than the Broncos, but the big difference was the fourth quarter, where the Broncos outscored 21-0 the Colts. Where in that quarter, the Broncos play a tremendous game, and for that reason they won that game. Also, the Broncos defense played a tremendous game in the second half where they didn't allow any points, and for that reason they won this game 31-13. Even though I told you that the game was very close in the end of the third quarter, where in the end of the third quarter the Colts were leading this game by 3 point difference, 13-10. But how I told you in the last quarter, the Broncos scored 3 touchdowns and they won this game. With this victory, the Broncos improved to a 9-5 record, and they are every time more closer to clinch a spot to the playoffs. And with this loss, the Colts are far away to the to the playoffs to the playoff zone because they fell to a 6-8 record, and the most probably they're going to be eliminated. In another game, the Arizona Cardinals defeated the New England Patriots 17. About this game, the Cardinals had an easy game. They had the game under control in the end of the third quarter, and in the fourth quarter, the Patriots put the motion, but the game was over, and the Cardinals won this game, and they improved to a 7-7 record, and they are still in the hunt to enter to a playoff, winning the East Division or try to win more games. It looks very difficult. It looks more complicated. They enter as a wild card team, but they need to win the next 3 games and win some combination to try to enter to the playoff. And the Patriots before this game they were eliminated and they fell to a 3-11 record. In another game, in a best game of the of the week, the Buffalo Bills traveled to Detroit and defeated the Detroit Lions 48-42. This was a tremendous game, but the Buffalo Bills was the best team, and I was a little disappointed how about the Detroit Lions played because the Bills dominate this game, and this is showed that in this moment the Bills are the best team in the league. And remember that when I made my prediction, I say that this is my Super Bowl 59 game, and I think that these two teams will repeat, and they will play, and this game will be played in the next Super Bowl 58, the next February 2025, because I think that the Lions are going to win the NFC and the Buffalo Bills are going to win the AFC, because in my opinion these two teams are the best team in each conference. About this game, how I told you, the Bills had the game under control. They took the 14-0 points lead in the second half, in the first quarter, and since that they controlled the game. They had an easy game and they won this game easily. In the fourth quarter, the Bills realized his game, and for that reason the Detroit Lions reduced the difference to 6 point difference. But how I told you, the Bills dominate this game, and they deserve this victory. With this victory, the Bills improved to 11-3 record, and the Lions fell to a 12-2 record. In another game, my Pittsburgh Steelers traveled to Philadelphia, and they lost against the Philadelphia Eagles 13-27. About this game, the Eagles dominate the Steelers, but the Steelers couldn't compete because the Eagles are a better team in both sides of the ball, and they deserve this victory. The Steelers need to learn about these kind of games, because they need to know how to play and to win this kind of games, because the Eagles dominate both sides of the ball in the offense and the defense, and they deserve the victory, and they won it easily. With this loss, the Steelers fell to a 10-4 record, but because the Dolphins and the Colts lost their games respectively, the Steelers clinched a spot to the playoffs, and the Eagles improved to a 12-2 record. And in the Sunday Night Football, the Green Bay Packers traveled to Seattle, the coast to coast, and defeated the Seattle Seahawks 30-13. About this game, I was a lot of disappointed how bad the Seattle Seahawks played this game, because I thought that they were going to win this game, and this game was going to be closer than this was, and this game was going to be defined in the last minutes of the game. But the Packers played a tremendous game, because they took the advantage of the game in the first quarter, where they were leading the game 14-0, and since that moment they handled that score. For that reason, they won this game. They were leading 23 in the halftime, and in the second half, they realized his game. The Seahawks tried to reduce that gap, but they couldn't. And in the end, the Packers won this game. With this victory, the Packers improved to a 10-4 record, and the Seattle Seahawks fell to an 8-6 record. And because they lose this game, in this moment they are out of the playoff zone. And yesterday we had two games, two Monday Night Football headlines. Yet, where in the first game, in a divisional game. The Minnesota Vikings defeated the Chicago Bears 30-12. About this game, the Vikings had an easy game, I'm not gonna to lie. The Bears tried to compete, but they couldn't because the Vikings had a better team, one of the best team in the league, and for that reason they had an easy game and they won the game easily by 18-point difference. With this victory, the Vikings improved to a 12-2 record, and the Bears fell to a 4-10 record. And in the last game of the week, in the second game in the Monday Night Football, the Atlanta Falcons traveled to Las Vegas, sorry, and defeated the Las Vegas Raiders 15-9. To be honest, this was a very ugly game to watch. I didn't want to watch this game, but I watched it because it's NFL and it's going to be over in the next month. But the Falcons had a easy game. Two teams play a very bad football, but because the Raiders are worse team than the Falcons, for that reason the Falcons won this game. With this victory, the Falcons improved to a 7-7 record. They are one game behind the Buccaneers in the NFC South, so they need to win the last three games, and wait that the Buccaneers will lose that one game to win the NFC South and qualify to the playoffs, and the Raiders are eliminated. So, how are the NFL standings through our 15 weeks or games? The AFC East, the Bills won clinch a spot to the playoffs and they won this division with an 11-3 record. In my opinion, they are the best team in the AFC. The Dolphins missed the opportunity to reduce the gap and to enter to the playoffs. The most probably they're going to be eliminated because it looks very difficult to qualify, and the Jets and the Patriots are eliminated. In the AFC West, the Kansas City Chiefs sorry, and dominate this division. They are the number one set. The number one set, and they won this division, and they have the best record in the AFC, 13-1, and they have four straight victories. The Broncos and the Chargers in this moment are the fifth and sixth set in the AFC. They are in the playoff zone, and the most probably they're going to qualify to the playoffs. And the Raiders are one of the worst teams in the league, and they are eliminated. In the AFC South. The Steelers are leading this division even that they lost the last week. They have a 10-4 record and they clinch a spot to the playoffs the last week because the Dolphins and Colts lost, and the Ravens won it, and they are in one game behind the Steelers 9-5. So the next week these two teams will play, and the winner of this and if the Steelers win that game, the Steelers are going to win this division. The Bengals are then in the hunt, but it looks very difficult. They're going to be eliminated, and the Browns are eliminated. And in the AFC South, the Texans are going to win this division. They have a 9-5 record. They clinch a spot to the playoffs, and it looks very difficult that the Colts try to win this division because there is 4 game difference because the Texans won both games. So the Colts are going to be eliminated, and the Jaguars and the Titans are eliminated. And in the NFC East, the Eagles clinch a spot to the playoff. They have a 12-2 record. They have a 10 straight victory. They are playing a very great football. The Commanders return to the victory, and they have a 9-5 record. And in this moment, they are in the playoff zone. And the Cowboys are in the hunt to enter the playoff, but they are going to be eliminated. The Giants, in my opinion, alongside the Raiders, are the worst team in the league with that, and they are eliminated. In the NFC West, there is still very very exciting because the Rams and the Seahawks have the same record 8-6, but because the criteria, the Rams are leading the division with the 8-6 record. They have 3 straight victory, and this is important because the Rams, the Seahawks, and the Cardinals, any of these two teams can still win this division and qualify to the playoffs. With the 49ers loss, they are eliminated because they don't have possibilities to enter to the playoffs anymore. In the NFC North, the best division of the North, the Lions and the Vikings have the same record, 12-2, but because the Lions are in the first place, because they defeated the Vikings in the week 5, I think so. The Packers are there. They have a 10-4 record, and they are going to be in the playoffs. The Lions and the Vikings clinch a spot to the playoffs, and the Bears are eliminated. And the NFC South, the Buccaneers and the Falcons are fighting to enter the playoffs, winning the division. The Buccaneers in this moment had advantage on one game, so they need to win the rest 3 games to qualify to the playoffs, and the Falcons need to win the next 3 games to qualify to the playoffs, and wait that the Buccaneers lose that one game, and the Saints and the Panthers are eliminated. So how is the NFL race to playoffs? The Chiefs, the Bills, the Steelers, and the Texans clinch a spot to the playoffs. The Ravens, the Broncos, and the Chargers at this moment are in the wild card zone. I think that these three teams are going to qualify to the playoffs because it looks very difficult that the Colts, the Dolphins, and the Bengals qualify to the playoffs, because you can see here that there is 2 games difference between these two teams with only 3 games to play. And the teams eliminated are the Jets, Browns, Jaguars, Titans, Patriots, and Raiders. And in the NFC, the teams that clinch a spot to the playoffs are the Lions, Eagles, and Vikings. So these 3 teams have the same record, 12-2. So any of these 2 teams can get the number 1 set. That this will be a very it's very important to receive all the games in your home. And in this moment, the teams are in the wild card zone are the sorry, are the Vikings, the Rams, the Packers, and the Commanders, and the Buccaneers in this moment are leading the NFC South. And the teams that have possibility to enter to the playoffs are the Seahawks, the Falcons, and the Cardinals, because I don't see how the 49ers, the Cowboys, and the Saints can qualify, and the Bears, Panthers, and Giants are eliminated. So in this video, I talk about what happened in this week, in the week 15 of the NFL 2024 season, the games that were played, how are the NFL standings are, and how is the NFL playoff picture through our 15 games of week. So I hope you like this video, and if you have any comments or question, you can write me any comment in any of my social media platforms, Substack, YouTube, or Spotify. So see you next video. Chibra.